As it turns out, Karl wasn't quite done with me. Not only is Karl the unofficial mayor of Rhyolite, he's also mapped the majority of the OHV trails around Beatty. He offered to take me around the trails and, well, I just couldn't pass that up.
Now, these trails here in Nye County, they seem to go forever. They're beautiful, and you've taken the time to map them out?
Yeah, we started actually 6 years ago. And Jenny Nelson from the park and myself, we ended up writing 3 guidebooks for the trails, and we made maps.
That's a big help to a lot of people. Why'd you do it?
I don't know, passion, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, the area is so, it's just so extraordinary, right? And, you know, the mining history, the prehistoric history, the railroad history, and it just fascinated me. You know, the whole area fascinated me. And it was never, it was also one of the other main reasons we did it was we're trying to attract people to stay here and recreate. Because this area has a lot, and it's never been really properly advertised. Yeah.
Let's go recreate.
Let's do it. Now, most people rip through these trails. Karl, well, he takes them a little bit slower. He likes to be able to point out the sights, talk through the history, give details on the landscape, and let you know, just wait, the good stuff is coming up.
And it went into Rhyolite.
And man, this guy knows a lot about everything, and I mean everything. We covered a lot of territory, and Karl, well, he had a lot to show me and tell me about. Karl's an amazing guy. I really enjoyed every minute of our time. Karl and I made our way along the trails and took it all in. It was getting late in the day, but that didn't matter. I took the chance to take a quick break and have a chat.
Wow. Karl, that is just unbelievable. That's like, I don't know what that's like. That's like the Wicked Witch of the West lives in there or something. I mean, that's just incredible.
It's actually formed by volcanic flow. So when you drive through there, when you come through like we did, you'll see the pillars that came down. It's all volcanic.
You have taken me to the, I mean, coolest places in one day. It's amazing. Taking these trails, it pays to stop the car, especially if you have a map and you have confidence that you can get back to where you need to be, you know where you are, to get out of the vehicle, right?
Right.
Take a little hike, yeah?
Yeah, because you know, that's another thing a lot of people don't realize. They look for trail systems, like we're in the national parks or the Forest Service land, and they don't realize you could park and hike that whole canyon right to the top, loop it, and come down that canyon there. And it's kind of, I don't know, to some people that's really scary to do that kind of exploration, but you can do it all over. And what we did on the maps is we put places of interest along the way, right? So like the Pioneer Mayflower mine we went to today, you can stop there. We put it as a photo stop and as a stop, so they can stop and they can hike all of what we went to today. I mean, we didn't do half of where you and I went today. We could have driven up behind those mines and all, right?
Well, you and I could spend weeks out here doing this stuff.
You know, spend months out here.
And I guess what you've done is connect people. And this is a very strange, basic question, but where did all these trails come from?
Mostly all our roads around here were put in by mining, old mining, in the 1900s, and then later on into the 1917, 18, into the 20s.
You're going to be at this for a long time. Are you okay with that?
I hope so. I hope I'm around a long time to keep doing it.
Well, you've got a lot to do. I mean, connecting all this stuff. One final question. When I tell you, gee, we've been out here all day seeing just world-class sights because of these trails and the confidence to know where we're going, but we haven't seen any people. When I tell you that there's nobody out here, does that make you happy or does that frustrate you?
Well, personally, right, it makes me happy, right? I'd rather be alone out here, right? But in some ways, like on the weekends when I see groups touring and all, then I realize that it's good for what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So I push my own, because I can come here anytime, right? When the crowds go, it's all mine.
And one last question. There's a lot of artifacts out here, whether it's mining, whether it's indigenous people. If you find an artifact, and you probably will, what do you do with it?
Leave it right where it's at. Because what you're gonna do is if you go to a mine and you strip it out, you go to a mining site, you take the buckets, you take all that stuff, and what are you gonna do? Put it in your backyard? But what you've done is you've destroyed the history of the site. Same with the prehistoric. I mean, you pick it up and you take it, you can't date the site, you can't date the rock shelter. And this area is loaded. I mean, because of all the water in Oasis Valley, right? This place has been populated for 10,000 years or better. I mean, they've found some really interesting archaeological sites.
Well, we got a little daylight left. We got a lot of trail left. Can we see a few more things?
Oh yeah, I got a lot more to show you.
Let's rock.
All right, let's ride.
The biggest thing I took away from my time with Karl was that Beatty has a lot to offer the outdoor enthusiast. You could be on 4 wheels, 2 wheels, on horseback, or on foot. There's plenty to explore and more detailed maps on the way. You know, most people will drive through Beatty, maybe stop for gas or some jerky, and I'm here to tell you, you're missing out. There is so much to explore and do. You just have to get off the pavement and do some looking around. Beatty and the surrounding area is unique. Here, you can choose your own adventure, where you can explore the history and the landscape at the same time. Beatty is an amazing place. And when you do go, make sure you look up Karl. Tell him Outdoor Nevada sent you. And John said hi.